Welcome to part 2 of this week's episode of Dildos and Dislocations. This week we are talking about specifically my experience as a disabled woman with a degenerative progressive disability, dating, sexuality, the whole nine, as someone with a invisible-ish disability, compared to dating, sex, the whole nine with a very visible disability. So where we left off, I was talking a bit about dating online specifically, and my dealings with running into people who it became apparent after a bit that they only initiated a conversation with me or agreed to go out on a date with me or escalated things to get into bed with me because I was obviously physically disabled, to check that little box, have sex with a chick in a wheelchair. That but there were also experiences with people who are referred to in the community as devotees. Those are people who have a sexual attraction or kind of a kink for those with disabilities. Now, I do want to say, and this is a big part of why I wanted to make a part 2 of this, devotees. So, y'all know, if you've been paying any attention to these episodes or if you've heard me talk about kink in the past, I ain't never gonna yuck somebody's yum unless that yum hurts somebody else. So you like what you like. You can't help what you're sexually attracted to, for the most part. But what you can help is how you react to that kink. Some kinks are more socially accepted than others. I promise you, no matter what that kink is, you will find a community that fits that. Lord bless that life. Hello. Go find, your message board, your support group, whatever. The same exists for devotees. I will be the very first person to tell you that I have no ill will or negative feelings toward anyone with a sexual attraction to someone with a disability. I don't give a shit what you like. What you like in bed is what you like. What you're attracted to is what you're attracted to. If you come right up front and you tell me, like, we're hitting it off on a dating app, and you say, hey, by the way, I have this thing. This is kind of why I'm here. All right, cool. I mean, we're still talking, we're still having a good conversation. I'm still here, aren't I? It's when you're slick about it. It's when you're pretending to be someone that you're not. Like, I have run into people of the opposite sex pretending to be women with disabilities in order to have a conversation with me, in order to get closer to me and then divulge who they are for sexual reasons. I have had my own modeling pictures stolen and shared and uncensored and put out there on the internet on devotee sites and sold without my permission. And I mean, hell, you want to make money off of this? You ask me, I get a cut. Come on. Like, I put work into this shit. Let's go. I'll wheel around all day. I might as well get paid for it. Come on. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's the way that you choose to live, that's the way that you choose to live. That's fine, as long as you are not hurting anyone, as long as everyone involved is an adult, consenting, and has given said consent. That's all I'm going to say about that. I've had both good and bad experiences when it comes to devotees. But my experiences with dating and with all that, So, like I said, my experiences were just so starkly different. The way that I was treated, the way that people spoke to me. I was often spoke to, I'm still often spoke to. People see me in my wheelchair and they think for some reason that obviously if my legs don't work, then neither does my brain. And I always joke, like, they barking up the wrong goddamn tree if that's what they thought they were gonna get, because my happy ass is gonna respond with nothing but sass and sarcasm. It always worries me because I know not everyone responds that way. That's why I'm here with this sign on my wall to scare my landlord every time they check out my apartment, to educate a bit and to hopefully, you know, educate the younger generation and know what to look out for and to know they're not alone. So, some other interesting experiences. And anyone with a disability knows that there are parts that you just kind of have to, you have to laugh. Mine was being physically disabled in the bar scene. Taking my wheelchair into a bar is always just, it's a recipe for some fun. Drunk people in wheelchairs, hysterical. They have no idea how to act, overly polite, constantly running to grab doors for me, even though they're 50 feet away, and just, I got it! Buying me drinks. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna say no. Come on. The most interesting one, I think, was when I was a forearm crutch user and I also happened to shave my head at the same time. I think I've referenced the cancer kid stare that I used to get all the time. Got it constantly. People who would come to me and be like, oh my God, ma'am, just let me buy you a drink. And I was never really sure if it was because like my head was shaved or if it was because of like the cane or crutch, the wheelchair, whatever I was in at the time. But either way, I wasn't gonna ask. I was just, okay, free boo, gladly, thank you. Thank you so much. Usually it wasn't until much later that I'd find out that they all thought I was dying of cancer. Will karma get me for that? I mean, I didn't know when I agreed. There's just, I reiterate, if there's one thing that you take away from my videos, if there's one thing that you take away from my page, it's that life is so incredibly goddamn short and we all take ourselves way too seriously. So you might as well have some fun with the cards that you're dealt. Whether that set of cards happens to be 4 wheels, 2 legs that work sometimes, 2 legs that work never. Surround yourself with people that care, people that know, people that love you, and even if they have no goddamn idea what they're going for, what you are going through, are willing to learn and willing to stand by you. And with that, I will leave you all with cheers. I am so excited to hear your responses and your dating, sex, whatever stories, with disability, without disability. Do tell. Drop them below in the comment section. Shoot me a message. You guys know I love to hear from you. Life's a little crazy the next couple weeks, so if you don't get a response from me, you'll know why. My first Spartan race this weekend. The lovely girlfriend that's pretending to ignore me over there in the corner has her first race in 2 weeks. So it might be a little quiet over on the Chronically Rye front, but you guys always know that I'm here and always reading the comments and messages that you send. I love hearing from you guys. Take care and cheers again.